Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Reuben Muhindi, a social work, a counselor, and an MBA, men and boys ambassador. And I take this chance to welcome you to this session that we will be talking about a good character, which character is a big topic, but how we'll be handling the good character is one of the topic. And this session and the next session, I will be handling specifically on character based on what we have seen and what we have heard about this. I know this is a common topic for most of us. We have heard about it, and I believe this one will be of great impact to everyone who will come across this video or will listen to this video. And by saying this, I will just go direct to what I plan to discuss today, though it will not be too much detailed, but I believe it's going to have an impact on the life of someone. And by saying this, one of the men said that we are what we repeatedly do excellence, then is not an act but an habit. And he also said that our character is basically a composite of our habits, what we practice, what we tend to repeat each and every day. At long last, it becomes part and parcel of our lives, and people will describe us in relation to that. So, and we say that sow a thought and reap an action, sow an action and reap an habit, and sow an habit and reap a character, and sow a character and reap an habit. What do I mean by saying that? Character is formed by our actions, and our actions, when we repeat them, they become our habits, and our habits, when we do it repeatedly, it becomes our character, and our character leads to what we refer as our destiny. So good actions, they tend to make good character, and bad actions are referred to as a bad character. So good character is not meant by great and mighty deeds alone. It takes a whole life to complete a character. For us to package your character, it will take the rest of your life to make that what we refer as a character. So I've said that it's not about the great and mighty deeds that make up your character, but by a faithful performance of duties of everyday life. Today you are given, you're entitled with a responsibility and a duty to perform. How you do it portrays and speaks louder about your character. So when I'm saying this, I would like to tell you that one thing we should not very well as we try to live in this world is that this world, as long as you live, the world needs men of noble character than it needs the intellectual ones. So, to all parents and teachers, what you need to understand is that you are entrusted with a big responsibility to do it, to make sure that you mold character of the younger people placed in your hands. So, as a teacher, as wherever, as a parent, and whoever has been trusted with the young son, you have a bigger responsibility of molding the character of those young people. Good character is a thing that takes a lifetime to make it. And I have seen men who have been elevated to greater heights, to greater positions because of character. But one thing I would like to say, character will take the whole life to make it. But character can be destroyed in just a few minutes. You are referred as man of character, a trusted, a trustworthy friend. But one thing can terminate, can contaminate, can destroy that kind of reputation. So it's very important for each and everyone to make sure you guard your character, you guard your reputation wherever you go, because it's something that it has taken a lot of time to make it. So guard your character and make sure you remain that person that you would like to be wherever you, as long as you live. So I would like to talk about character in relation to in relation to the one of the Bible characters that we have, and that comes from the book of Genesis, chapter that 1, verse 1 to around that 7. And this is character that the Bible patriarch that we know we refer as Joseph. And Joseph is one of the most inspiring character in the whole scripture. Unlike his often erring father Jacob, Joseph errors and mistakes in the Bible, I think they were too small, or they were not as big as we may think, because in the Bible they are not recorded. So he was one of the few people who were able to maintain their spiritual poise at the peak of their success, as well as in the midst of trouble. So most of us, we are very good and we maintain our character, maybe either in trouble or in success. But when the other side manifests itself, our character is seen a different. So it's very important for each and everyone to maintain your character in the midst of trouble and even at the peak of your success. So it's always very important. And even though his tremendous organizational ability, he still maintained his character. His patience through tribulation was part of his character. He remained patient even in the midst of tribulation. He was put in jail, he was accused falsely, but in this he maintained his character. He remained patient at all times. Is the big question. Do we do that? Do we emulate the character of Joseph? So, his faithfulness in fame and success and his forgiving spirit are all attributes of this great man, of this Bible patriarch we are talking about today. And this is to help us shape our character, because character is one thing that will elevate you to greater heights, because people will trust men of character than they do to the intellectual men. So what am I trying to say is that what stands out above all else about the life of Joseph, and that's what makes me refer this man as one of the best examples, the best people that I've read about in the Bible and I can relate with closely is that this man, what stands out above all of his character is that he had conviction that God had a specific purpose for his life. He had a conviction that God had a specific purpose about his life. Do you really believe that God has a specific purpose about your life? If yes, please can you pursue that purpose without giving up, without hesitating, and don't allow anything distract you. So neither his brothers nor Potiphar's wife could interfere with that purpose. He he moved forward regardless of how things looked like, quite convicted that life was not merely a succession of coincidences, but was being directed by a caring, protective, and a loving God. So, my dear friends, wherever you are and watching this, that's just a little, just a small bit of it, and how we'll be coming with the next part of this part of God character, where we are studying the life of Joseph and how he maintained the good character in the whole of life, and how we'll be speaking to most of the young people across, the teenagers and the youths across the world. This is my passion, and I believe character will be part and parcel of our life. Not just a character, but a good character that will be seen, that will shine across the whole world. Wherever we go, the light of our character will always shine, even in the midst of darkness. My dear friends, this is Reuben Muhindi, M.K.R. Please go to my YouTube channel, search Reuben Muhindi, and make sure you don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment on how about the video. So thank you so much for watching this video, and let's meet in the next session that will also continue with the topic good character. Thank you.